Hi, my name is Tim Wilhelmus. I'm one of the EVSE cats, and this video is about using the web tool Today's Meet to run an online discussion with your students. Today's Meet is a great free tool to use with students. There are paid features that you can get for $5 a month that make the room even more functional, but really for our purposes and what we're wanting to do today, we're going to focus on what you can do with the free version, which is plenty, to be really honest. So here's the interface that you get when you go to TodaysMeet.com, and the first thing you want to do is to name your room. This is going to be the virtual space in which you interact with your students, and it's going to be whatever you put in this subject line is going to be put as part of your URL. So you need to find something that is not being used by somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead and type in virtual demo. And you can see that it says with a little green check mark that that's an available room. I can also decide how long I want my room open, and that's going to depend on what I'm doing, obviously, but for my purposes, since this is really just about showing you, I'm going to keep this room open for 1 hour. So you can see that you can keep it open all the way up to a month, but we'll just go with the hour for now, and then I'm going to click Open My Room. When I click Open My Room, I'm given this interface right here, and it's the same interface that anybody who uses the room is going to see initially. So up in the URL line, I can see that this is todaysmeet.com/virtual demo, just like I created it. And so I would want to send that URL to my students so that they would have a link to it, and there are lots of ways, obviously, to do that. And then once they go to that link, they're going to see this interface, and they're going to go here and they're going to type in their name. Now they can't pull in their full name, so it needs to be sort of a one-word thing here. It could be like like it says here, a nickname, or their first name, or their first name with their last initial. I mean, however you want to do it, but it would be important to communicate that to your students. I'm just going to put Tim W. as my name. I'm going to go ahead and join. And when I click join, now instead of having a name box, because it already knows me, it's just giving me my message box. And you can see right here that I have 140 characters, so it's just like Twitter in that sense, to type a message, right? And so if I, as the teacher, wanted to ask a question, I would just type in my question. And once I've typed in my question, I just click say, and it appears, and you can see that not only my message appears, but it says who put that message in, okay? Then if I had students who joined, they would go through the same sign-up process as I did, and they would enter their information, and just sort of like a Twitter stream, they start filling in from the bottom. Now here's something to know about this. Today's Meet, when I join, if I were to join this later, I wouldn't see anything that had been posted prior to me joining. So it's important to have either some means of having kids kind of check in and make sure that they're all in before you start the actual discussion, or just know that they're going to miss pieces of that discussion, and that's okay too, depending on what it is that you're trying to do. But they would then fill in their things, and you would go through the day or through the time period having your discussion sort of in an open forum this way. There are a couple things you can do once you're done, okay, and one of them is to go to Room Tools, right? And for our purposes, really all you're wanting to do is get the transcript of the room. Now when you do that, you can get the whole history of what people have said, even if you were someone who came in later to the discussion. But as the teacher, you can get the full transcript of the room and save that then so that later on you can share that out with your students so that you have a record even beyond the time that the discussion actually took place. This is a great, free, simple tool, absolutely not difficult to use at all. And we felt like this was a great one for you to have in your tool belt as well. Thanks.